ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नम ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I welcome everyone to the Rajavidya Rajaguhya series. Today we'll be discussing the 15th shloka of the ninth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Last 2 days we discussed 13th and 14th shlokas, which are like the central shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. In these two shlokas, Krishna spoke about Mahatmas, their qualities and their activities. In the 11th and 12th shlokas, Krishna spoke about the Modhas, those who deride Krishna. And Krishna also spoke about their destiny, their qualities. In the 13th and 14th shlokas, Krishna spoke about Mahatmas, pure devotees who take shelter of Devi Prakriti. Now, in the 15th shloka, Krishna speaks about Jnanis who worship the Lord. There are three types of such people. They're like different kinds of worshippers. Let's see who they are. ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यजन्तो माम् उपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम्। ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यजन्तो माम् उपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम्। So, Krishna speaks about three kinds of worshippers. All three may not be pure devotees, but they approach the Lord in a certain way. They have their own unique ways of perceiving the Lord and worshipping the Lord. And they are also intelligent people. Jnana yajnana. They are doing jnana yajna. What is jnana yajna? The process of cultivating knowledge. Jnana chapyanye janto mam upasate. Jnana by the process of cultivating knowledge. Chapi anye means other kinds of people. Already Krishna spoke in the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th shlokas. He spoke about Modhas here, he spoke about Mahatmas here. But now in the 15th sloka, Krishna says there are others. Anya means other people who perform Gnana Yajna, which is like cultivating knowledge. And such people also worship me. Yajanto mam upasate. Yajanta means to worship. Ma means Krishna. Uh, upasate is also worship. So they come to me, they approach me, they worship me. And who are those three categories? Number one, Ekatvena means they worship the Lord one without a second. What is this one without a second? They say God is one, everyone is God. Unfortunately, they consider that the supreme spiritual truth is one, God is one, and we also become God. We also are God. They identify themselves as God. Technically, this is also called ahangaropasana, worshipping oneself. Basically, they realize their spiritual nature. They understand that they are not bodies, they are souls, they are spiritual in nature, and they realize their qualitative oneness with God. But the problem is they think they are God. We'll discuss about them. But at this moment, understand that ekatvena, they Lord, they worship the Lord in oneness. The Lord is one without a second. Second category is pratakvena. They worship God in diverse forms, multiple forms. We'll see what it is. And third is Vishwato Mukham, Bahudha Vishwato Mukham. Vishwa means this universe. Vishwato Mukham. They consider God to be this universe. First category, they consider themselves God. God is one without a second. Second category is they worship so many gods. Here there is only one God. In the first category, there is only one God. In the second category, there are multiple gods. In the third category, universe is God. Right? They think that this universe that I see around me, mountains and rivers and earth, and trees and planets, this entire universe, that is my worshipable Lord. They think like that. So now let's discuss more about these three categories of people. And by the way, Krishna describes about all these three categories of people elaborately in the Bhagavad Gita in the upcoming chapters. The second category, Pratakvena, uh, those who worship God in multiple forms, they are described in the ninth chapter itself to some degree. Now, this Ekatvena people means those who consider themselves God, they do Ahangropasana. They are described by Krishna in the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, first five shlokas. This universal form, this Vishwatomukham, those who worship the Lord as universal form or Vishwarupa, they are described in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So let's see. Uh, we will not go into the chapters now, but we'll discuss these three types of worshippers in little more extra detail. Ultimately, uh, worshipping Krishna with pure devotion is the best. Mhm. So, purely worshipping Krishna, the way Krishna described in the 13th and 14th slokas about Mahatmas, Mahatmanas Tamam Partha Devim Prakriti Mashrita, that's the best form of worship. But in the 15th shloka, Krishna is describing these three types of worshippers. One is self worship, Ahangaropasana. They think they are gods. That's a problem. Then, second category, worship of different devatas Brahma, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Yama. So many gods are there, they start worshipping them. Third is they worship the universe, or they conceive universe as the form of the Lord and they worship the universal form, Vishwarupa. But ultimately, all of them are ultimately worshipping Krishna only. He is the source of everything, right? Krishna is the source of all living beings. When the living being is considering themselves God, that's their understanding, but it is Krishna who is the source of all these living beings. It is Krishna who is the source of all these devatas. And Krishna is the source of universal form also. Thus, all these three categories of people are indirectly approaching Krishna only, right? He's everything. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Now, these are considered indirect ways of worshipping, not direct ways. If Krishna is everything, worship Krishna directly, na? Why are you worshipping Krishna in multiple other indirect ways? Now let's go one by one. This first category people, they realize that they are not these bodies. We are soul. I am body, I am not body, I am the soul. I am spiritual in nature. I am eternal in nature. Their understanding is correct. Yes, they are spiritual. They are eternal. They are not body. They are soul. Hmm. They are qualitatively one with God. But the problem with them is they consider themselves God and they start worshipping themselves. This is ahangaropasana. Till the point of realizing their they realizing themselves as souls, spiritual in nature, beyond this material body, they're correct. But somehow they identify themselves as God. Actually, we are godly, not we are not gods. We are God, first yes, means we belong to God, but we are not God. We are qualitatively one with the Lord. In our previous sessions, we discussed you take a drop of water from the ocean. This drop of water has the same chemical composition and quality like that of the ocean. Thus, there is a similarity in quality. But you see, quantity, this drop of water is only this much tiny, and the ocean is very vast, several kilometers wide and deep. So, qualitatively, we are one with God, but quantitatively, we are different from God. He is Vibhu and we are Anu. He is infinite, we are infinitesimal. So, that fact they ignore. They focus more on qualitative oneness with the Lord, but they don't acknowledge the fact that quantitatively, we are different from the Lord. Yes, qualitatively, we are same as Lord. He is spiritual, we are spiritual. He is eternal, we are eternal. He is Sachidananda, we are Sachidananda. He is not material, we are not material. We are beyond this body. So, as far as realizing their spiritual nature is concerned, they're great. But somehow they start worshipping themselves. There's truth in what they are understanding, but it's not complete. It's not full truth. Let's go to the second category. First category is called Ahangropasana, worshipping themselves. Now, second category people, they worship different devatas. Surya, Chandra, Indra, Varuna, Vayu. By the way, who are these devatas? These devatas are living beings who are servants of the Lord, who are assistants of the Lord. Just like in a state government or a central government, national government, there is a prime minister or chief minister. They appoint many other subordinate ministers, right? Home minister, irrigation minister, education minister. Uh, I don't know so much, but there are so many government representatives to run a state, to run a kingdom. And there is one king. King is the supreme, and there are so many ministers and department heads who are overseeing different affairs of a state. Similarly, entire universe is created by the Supreme Lord. It came from Krishna, as Krishna himself said multiple times in Bhagavad Gita, where it discussed it so many times. So Krishna is the Supreme Lord, but he also appoints different administrators of this universe. Brahma is given the creation department. Indra is the king of the devatas, and he is given the department of providing rains to common people, apart from overseeing all the heavenly administration. And Yamaraj, he is another god, another devata. He is given the criminal department. His job is to catch all sinful people and punish them. Jails are under him. There are 28 hellish planets under Yamaraj. And he uh, arrests all the sinful people, and he subjects them to different kinds of sufferings. Similarly, Chandra, his job is to give light to um, to people during the night, and Surya's role is to give to supply light during the daytime. Mm. Like that, different devatas have different departments. Agni takes care of fire department. Varuna takes care of water department. All water bodies are under him. So there's we have Brahma, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni, Yama. So many devatas are there, but uh, these second category of worshippers, those who do worship of Ekatvana, Pratakwena worshippers. So this second category people, they worship all these gods as complete. They think that they have some desires. To fulfill those desires, they approach some gods. Some people do Indra Puja. Some people worship Brahma. Some people worship Surya. Some people worship Chandra. Some people do some Varuna Yajna. So like that, they have different Devi Devatas, and they start worshipping these different Devi Devatas to fulfill their material desires for material prosperity. And they feel very nice. Oh, my desires are fulfilled nicely. And all they get is material prosperity only. Whatever worship is required to please these devatas and to get some material benefits, the second category people do, and they have some high grade enjoyment, and they think that these are gods. Sometimes people worship different gods. I will go to this temple and worship this god, I'll get this benefit. I'll go to that temple, worship that god, I get this benefit. For success in education, I should go to this god. For success in my job profession, I should go to this god. For curing my health, I should worship this so and so god. So these people, they go to different gods. They don't understand who is the god. They don't understand the hierarchy amongst all these Devi Devatas. And some people think that, oh, these are all, there are multiple gods. There's no one god in this path of Sanatana Dharma. People get confused why there are so many gods. They're all handling different departments in the universe. God is only one. The Supreme Lord is only one. He has multiple forms. Krishna, Rama, Vishnu, Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, Vamana. So God is one. He has multiple forms. They are called avatars. But there are other people, right? They're devatas. They're administrators. Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Surya, Yama, Brahma. All of them are different department heads. They're, you can call them gods. They're devatas. Fine. But they're empowered representatives of the Lord, appointed administrators of this universe. They are not the supreme God. Right? Supreme God is only one. He has multiple forms. Rama, Krishna, Vishnu, etc. Because for different purposes, the Lord appears in different forms. Sambhavam yuge yuge. So we need to have a clarity mm, about why there are different worshipable gods in this creation. We should not disrespect anyone. We should respect all of them, but we should understand their position. God is one. The Supreme Lord is one. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaha sarvam pravartate. God is one from whom everything emanated. Janmadyasya yataha. And that one God has multiple forms. Vishnu, Krishna, Rama, Narasimha, so many. And in different forms, the Lord performs different pastimes. He appears for different purposes, right? So Krishna performs very playful pastimes. Ram is like an ideal king, and Vishnu is the storehouse of all power. He's the one who empowers all the devatas. He appears in multiple forms. So, like that, one God has multiple forms, but under that one God, there are multiple living beings who are taking care of administrative affairs of this universe. So, this distinction people don't understand. The second category people, they worship multiple devatas primarily to fulfill their material desires. Right. Next, third category. Third category is uh, Ekatvena Prathakvena Bhuda Vishwatomukam. Third category is they worship the universe as God. For them, nature is God. Oh, I like nature. I like this mountain. I like this trees. I like this river. River is my God. Mountain is my God. Universe is my God. Planets are my God. The stones are my God. So they see God everywhere, which is good, which is definitely good. But they don't worship that one personality of Godhead who manifested the entire universe. They they consider this universe as God, but they don't understand that this universe came from God. This is another type, another category. Krishna has a universal form. He shows this in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. When we come there, we'll hopefully discuss. But 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita describes Krishna's universal form, how Krishna only manifests everything in the entire universe. But there are some people who worship the universe itself as the Lord. But beyond the universe, the Lord has a personal form. Why such misunderstandings are there? We have seen three categories of people, right? Ekatvena, Pratakvena, Bhuda Visutomukham. Ekatvena means those who worship themselves as God. Their understanding is partially true because they're spiritual in nature, they realize their spiritual identity, but they don't understand that their spiritual identity is different from Krishna's spiritual identity. Both are spiritual, but He is Supreme Lord, and we are tiny parts of the Lord, dependence on the Lord, that they don't understand. Second category people, they worship so many gods for material benefits. They don't understand that one God appointed all these multiple gods. Third category, they respect the universe, they protect the universe, they worship the universe. That's wonderful, but they don't understand that universe came from God. It's not that universe is itself God. You can see God everywhere in the universe. That's not a problem, but you can't fail to acknowledge the personal presence of the Lord beyond this external universe. So thus there are three types of worshippers. They have knowledge, but it's not incorrect, but it's incomplete sometimes. So we need to study the scriptures nicely, associate with devotees, take true guidance, and perform authentic bhakti, and not just settle down to some substandard understanding of spirituality. So Krishna will continue with things, with explaining these three categories of people in the later shlokas. We'll meet again tomorrow. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.